On August 30, 2021, the last U.S. military planes took off from Kabul, marking the end to 20 years of war. They left the Taliban to regain total control of the country, a militant group that now claims to have reformed. Recently, the Taliban has tried to show their softer side, to contrast with the barbaric scenes from last time they were in control from 1996 to 2001. Since August, members of the group have been spotted riding bumper cars at amusement parks, pedaling swan boats at national parks, and giggling on trampolines. But people, and by people I mean me, are skeptical that Taliban 2.0 is anything more than a PR stunt. And I expect more of the same human rights abuses and repression that the world witnessed decades ago. In the 1990s, women couldn't work or attend school in Afghanistan. They couldn't leave their homes without a male guardian. They were required to wear burqas in public. Today, the Taliban claims they will respect women's rights within the confines of their interpretation of Islam. Kind of an important caveat. They have also promised to uphold press freedom and adapt to a new and more modern country. But 3 months after they took power, these promises seem to be all talk.
This protest Saturday, violently suppressed by Taliban fighters. Rifle butts and tear gas used against women asking only to work, go to school, and to be included in Afghanistan's new government.
Taliban spokespeople claim that skirmishes like these have been caused by fighters not yet trained in their new, more enlightened Taliban governing style. But even if that's true, and it's doubtful, the group's top brass has yet to develop a plan for women's full return to the classroom, or for inclusion in a new government. They've even dismantled the Afghan Ministry of Women and replaced it with the Ministry of Virtue, which sounds kind of Orwellian to me. Burqas have been swapped for niqabs and abayas, which still cover everything but a woman's eyes. Press freedom also doesn't seem high on the Taliban's to-do list. Afghan journalists have been brutally beaten by authorities. One even partially lost vision and hearing from the abuse. Of the more than 700 female journalists that were working in Kabul before August, fewer than 100 remain active today, according to Reporters Without Borders. And executions and amputations as capital punishment are likely to return soon, according to one Taliban spokesman. To further worsen matters, the country is on the brink of famine as Afghanistan heads into a brutally cold winter. The Taliban says it is ill-equipped to respond to this crisis without adequate funds, and they've pleaded for the World Bank, the IMF, the Biden administration to unfreeze more than $9.5 billion in foreign reserves and loans. That request is likely going to be ignored, even though 43% of the country's GDP under former President Ashraf Ghani came from foreign aid, according to the World Bank. Even after a media blitz on Western TV outlets, the international community hasn't been quick to welcome the Taliban to the table after their takeover. China, Pakistan, and Russia have yet to recognize the new government, despite early reports that suggested that they might. How can the international community help Afghan civilians avoid a dire humanitarian crisis without further legitimizing a group that the United States and allies fought against for more than 20 years?